Hello there everybody, Sabar92 aka Nightmare, and two things. One, this is my first recording with the brand new microphone. Hopefully the sound is coming in quite nicely. I tried to make sure that everything is nice and relatively taken care of in terms of how loud it is, so everything, hopefully, I hope it sounds a lot better. Second, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how long this next part of the investigation is going to be, but we'll see. And finally, I'm a little bit under the weather right now, but goddammit, I was desperately waiting for the brand new microphone to come in that I just couldn't stop myself, even if I'm a little under the weather right now. And thankfully, doing something like this kind of gets my mind off of things. So, let's do this. Oh, just immediately back here. 9:14 p.m. Gaywater Hotel.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. I'll say this again. Last episode, the previous two parts. The fact that Edgeworth and even Gumshoe were doing everything they possibly could to kind of help out and save Maya just means the world. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Alright. So the real person who killed Mr. Kororo was...
that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Yeah.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Mrs. Andrews?
Huh. I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... no, it can't be.
Matt Ungard himself? It is a possibility. We just have to look at how we ask him, like, certain questions. If we ask him, did he kill, like, Juan Corrida, technically, he didn't. But, go back to what I said earlier, there's a difference between kill and murder.
If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin...
then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he'd be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him...
Let's see his words. Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Now, okay, I'm happy we're having a flashback here. There's the question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? Exactly. The way we asked the question. He technically did not kill him. Because he hired somebody else to do it. I didn't see any Psycholox at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
So there is a motive.
Mr. Ungard's secret? What is the secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Yep. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. Alright, let's head to the Detention Center. Well, see if we're even allowed.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. Ungard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the Detention Center?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Alright. Oh. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that it has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was on this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
Oh. So you're kind of helping too. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you!
Ugh. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. How you doing?
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Presents? Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, oh, the bear, duh.
I'm sure it was. You know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
Oh, it means, well, you know, that gossip's that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nervous people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Okay, wow. The alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't even say anything. Oh, dear.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they're something of a refreshing pair, these two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Oh, yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Really? Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the fuck?
Why would Miss Mrs. Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What? What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazine.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan canceled off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
Why? Why did he cancel the marriage if that... The fuck? How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
This music is incredibly unfitting, but dear God.
And they said drinks like you.
She's climbing up like what climb she is.
Please, anything would be helpful.
Well then, how about I tell you my measurements?
No, that's okay, really.
She doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
I know. This girl frig, it's just, this woman hates me. I just can't win with her. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Okay. Oh, I can go here again? Huh. We'll go here and then we'll head to the detention center if possible.
It doesn't look Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Oh, I think he'd like that. It's like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Yeah.
Mr. Nick?
Huh? Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. You don't buy lettuce? Dude, I buy that shit and eat it out of the bag. Usually the ones that have like carrot pieces too, because I like carrots. Oh, and some cabbage too.
Aw. I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. We're going to the store to get some goddamn lettuce, my boy. Okay. Perfect. Here we go. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. Ungard tonight.
But isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Hey. So what is he watching over now?
Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment?
Get in the corner! Somehow I don't think that's it. I think that'd be kind of funny if that was the case, though. So what's the camera watching over now?
Maybe it's watching the Mr. Policeman who's standing over there being in the corner for punishment?
Somehow I don't think that's it. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's it. Who knows? We'll find out. Alright, we'll head to the Criminal Affairs Department then. Although now the Gumshoe's not in here anymore.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ungard's lawyer, right? Huh? Yes, sir. Well, you finally found us the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Ungard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visiting hours are long over at the Detention Center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
Thank you, Edgeworth.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
Oh, this is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Thank you, Edgeworth! Alright, who am I talking to? It's either Ungard or Andrews. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Okay, so... oh boy. So I have like two choices here. I can either talk to... Fuck it. You know what? I've already listened to a good portion of Andrews, so let's listen to Ungard first. Once I'm done with him, I'll talk to Andrews. Not gonna lie though, I do like his theme though, it's pretty good.
Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you.
I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Ungard.
What's wrong?
Mr. Ungard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty.
Huh? You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self.
About the press conference.
You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Niggle Samurai?
Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
It looked like somehow Juan had his hands in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh! We got him! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick? Don't tell me.
Cyclops.
You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude?
Oh. Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, it's like all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him.
Celeste?
Does that jog any memories?
Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea like green peas?
Oh my god, we gotta get this girl to try pizza. Let's go eat one later, okay?
I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop.
That's too bad.
How about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay?
Mr. Ungard. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Huh. Okay. I don't think I've got anything that can... Okay, you know what? Oh god, something just fell. was my water bottle. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to move back to the criminal affairs department because I want to go just talk to, Andrew's another scene's playing? Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh! Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
Huh?
What?
Are you the witness?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers.
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you're there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general look suspicious or something.
Now that's just rude. Huh. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. Ah, he's a fucking teddy bear.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Oh, you poor dude. Are you okay, man? So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick? Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright!
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Come on, Phoenix. You have to acknowledge that Edgeworth and Gumshoe are trying. They just still have to... Okay. Listen. Phoenix. You have to acknowledge that Edgeworth is trying to help you, but he also has a position that he has to think about. He has to do things by the book, but he's also still taking steps to actively help you, and also help save Maya. Acknowledge it, my dude!
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself.
The fuck?
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the whole world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? Is it because that's gossip?
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip.
Knew it.
I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But wait, aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impacts?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Okay, looking at Mr. Powers, like, I can't be the only one who thinks that if he was in a Pokemon game, he would be using either electric types or fighting types. I can't be the only one who thinks that. Maybe it's his outfit.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad from Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man."
Huh? A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Alright, now then, whose story do I want to hear? Obviously Miss Andrews.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour. But there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Ungard. Okay. I'd like to ask you about Mr. Ungard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
I had a feeling that what he was putting on was a facade. And with, you know, this whole thought about him treating women like a game. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
Okay. About Miss Celeste Impax.
I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip.
Yeah.
But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Well, with what Will said about her being tied up with an insidious man, I wonder. Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So, please, tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Oh! a psych lock. And it's only a single lock this time. Matt was one that had 5, but it looks like she only has 1. So... Okay.
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But...
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. At the moment, I don't think I've got... Well, I mean, there's that. But I don't think I've got anything that can help kind of break the psych lock, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go find some more information. I'll come back later. Okay.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Who's calling me? Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal!
Gumshoe, are you okay?
I'll be back at the office really soon!
What's wrong?
Something really unexpected just happened! Mr. Edgeworth,
Edgeworth?
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal! I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good! The end at...
Hello? What the fuck is going on?
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
I don't know! Gumshoe said we need to get back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow I doubt that. What the hell? Okay, first, okay. What the hell happened to Edgeworth? Is he okay? Ryan Cole offices.
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Oh?
Huh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave them away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bears and the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figure?
Shh, Pearls. And? Go on. Let him have this. Let him have this.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crab.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy another person in their room?
Matt Ungard. Yep.
Huh?
Matt Ungard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. Who would spend almost $4 grand on a goddamn bear?
A receipt? That's all you have?
No, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. A receipt for $3,800. Proof Ungard bought a stuffed bear identical to one in evidence. Okay. So what about the spy camera we found?
Oh, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for to file away to evidence.
Set to record the victim's room for 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running out of time at murder. Got it. Thank you.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I never thought... I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was Matt Ungard.
Why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous.
I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean.
Well, he has 5 psych locks. I don't think I've got enough evidence yet. Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt on guard. What in the world have you done? Oh, I am like, oh god, my head is like, I am, I am like, okay, let's go. No, not the hotel lobby, you dumb fuck, not, god, I'm sorry, everybody, I'm an idiot.